Hey guys, David the AI Guide here for episode 9, and today we're going to talk about personal assistants. And we're going to talk about personal assistants in two different areas. First is home, and then secondly at work. So at home, everyone knows a lot about those now, right? You know about Alexa, a lot of you have that from Amazon, or a lot of you have Home from Google Home. You know that you can use these home assistants for a lot of different things. First of all, for example, you can keep your shopping list. You can keep a to-do list. You can keep your calendar. You can look up a phone number. You can see what movies are playing. So there's a lot of different things you can do on these home assistants. But believe it or not, this is really just scratching the surface. And that's where AI comes in. So these assistants obviously have AI built into them, and they learn from you. They learn more and more from you and what you ask about and what you're interested in, the more you use it. But this is the tip of the iceberg compared to what's coming. So what am I talking about? First of all, not too long from now, the home is going to be completely connected. Every lamp, every light switch, the thermostat, your refrigerator, your stove, your dishwasher, every single thing will be connected to your home assistant. And when this happens, the level of knowledge coming out of your home assistant is going to be hugely more about you and your habits and what you're interested in. So for example, your fridge will say to you, "Hey David, you're low on butter. I've put it on the shopping list. Would you like me to order your groceries for the week now?" That'll be amazing. Another thing that will be connected to it is home robots, right? So some of you have a home vacuum cleaner that's a robot. There's also mops now, a mopping robot that'll mop as well as vacuum, or first it'll vacuum, then it'll mop, two different elements. So these tools are starting to make home life much easier. But this is going to go through the roof, right? Because, for example, Toyota Motor Research, believe it or not, is developing a robot right now, and I saw it, unload a dishwasher and put all the dishes away. How's that for automation? And this thing is working and theoretically could be on the market very, very soon. So at home, AI is going to drive all of this as it learns, and most likely it'll be using deep learning, which was the huge breakthrough in neural nets that we talked about that happened back in 2012, but really took off in 2015. So this technology being successful is new. The second area of AI and assistance is not a home assistant, but it's a work assistant. That is in its true infancy. The only really aspect of that I've seen is a couple of things that work so far, but it's nothing compared to what's going to happen. The first thing is Microsoft Office has voice recognition built into it now, so that you can just speak instead of type into Word, for example. And Outlook has a lot of AI built into it now to help manage your time with structuring it properly, balancing it between getting actual work done, if you will, versus meetings, versus answering emails. I use that every day now at work. And then the other area where I've seen it is crunching data about your customers. So it's really looking at what your customers' buying habits are and what other things they're interested in. so that when they come to your website, they can sell you something else that they know you're going to be interested in. You can do that offline too, but offline it doesn't use AI. Online it does. And another area that's very similar to using AI to crunch customer data, we talked about it a few episodes ago, medical data, you can do that. But I'm thinking more about manufacturing and how things are made. So there's a parallel breakthrough that's well down the road now called 3D printing, which many of you have heard of. A lot of schools have 3D printers now. Not all, but a lot. And very, very soon, these will be affordable to individuals. Initially, high-income people, but then it'll get cheaper as it goes into mass production and mass use and be accessible to the middle class and eventually everybody. This is going to be a profound breakthrough. But in the meantime, AI is being used in manufacturing to look at manufacturing quality, at production bottlenecks and production problems, at delivery, optimizing production so that you're making the best use of your equipment and you're meeting your customers' delivery expectations. So this is also earlier on because it's also ultimately going to be tied into robotics. We'll talk more about that later. But work assistants are way behind home assistants right now, but over the next 5 to 10 years, they will start to dramatically catch up, and that will transform the workplace, and eventually it'll be like Jarvis in Iron Man. Hey, Susie, if that's what you want to call your assistant, Susie, transfer money from bank A to bank B and run off 100 of item X for my customers. That's where this is headed. I hope you like this short discussion about assistants, personal assistants at home or assistants at work. And there's a lot of things we talked about very, very briefly that we're going to talk way more about after we finish our industry segments. But this really is an industry unto itself, building assistants to help you at home or at work. Take care, everybody. See you on Tuesday.